But this concert tonight is co-sponsored by the Jazz Federation Board and the person that I am introducing right now. He is going to introduce the trio to you. Some fun facts. He is a charter member of the Jazz Federation. He's not sure how many years that is. No one is. No one is sure. And he's hosted the Jazz Liner Notes on KCBX for 45 years. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. And a fun fact that I learned tonight, he asked his fiancée to marry him on April Fool's Day. So I like to think that she said, "No way!" But Rochelle said yes, and I would like to introduce to you right now my Vice President, Fred Friedman.
My arms aren't as long as Dave's, so I have to memorize it. I want to tell a little story first. Rochelle and I went to Cuba in 2011 for the Buena Jazz Festival. It was a great event. And when we were there, we seeing the music, but someone came up to us, a local person there. We didn't know that person, but they said, "You know, you ought to be at the Cohiba." The Cohiba was a bar in Havana. "You ought to be at the Cohiba tomorrow at such and such a time. There's going to be a great piano player there." Well, you don't ask questions when, you know, a local tells you something like that. So we showed up at the Cohiba, and it was Pacheco, Jorge Luis Pacheco. He was, this 14 years ago, he completely blew us away. And after the concert, I went up to him and I said, "You know, I have a radio show. Do you have any CDs I can buy?" "Well, it's Cuba, and he doesn't have any CDs there." And he said, "If you're here at the Cohiba tomorrow at 6 o'clock, I'll have a CD for you." Oh, wow. And the next day, we went back to the Cohiba, 6 o'clock, and he comes running in, and he has a CD. And I have to tell you, you know, you see all these things about Cuba, everyone's driving these old cars and all that. That's not the way it is. There's very, 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 very small percentage of the local people who drive those. I don't know where he went. I don't know how he got there. I don't know about anything, but I know it wasn't easy. And the next day he was back there with a CD for me. We were just blown away. So anyway, we've seen him several times now. I was really excited to be able to bring him here tonight with the trio. Reinier and Geron. Won't you please welcome Jorge Luis Pacheco Trio.
Thank you very much. So, yeah, I'm completely happy to be here. And I want to say that, yeah, it was not so easy to get this CD at one point. It was not so easy, you know, yeah, 14 years ago, Cuba was really hard to do anything. It was not internet. First time that you went to Cuba, internet for Cuban people. I don't know if in that point was possible for people from another country, but for us, it was not possible. And I think I went to my house, I'm living out of the city, and then I was buying with my father. I was saying, "Hey, we have to buy some CDs, like clean CDs, no? Like empty." And then I was going there and buying a CD. I think I was printing a picture, cutting the picture, going to also, you know, doing a lot of stuff, taking the audios, changing this in MP3, then putting in my computer, then burning the CD, then buying a box, and then trying to make it as beautiful as possible. So, yeah. And many years later, here I am. So still. So I want to, say, I completely happy. Fred, thank you so much for having me. You and a beautiful wife that I love, and she's an amazing cooker, by the way. So, and we are going to play now. I want to start with something that I started since a couple of years, and the name of this song is Chan Chan by Buena Vista Social Club. I am the new generation of Cuban musicians, but I have to bring, in my own way, the tradition of the Cuban music, even when I do it in my own way. So I was recording this version of Chan Chan and during the pandemic in my last album. And also I was recording another traditional Cuban songs in my album before. I will have some CDs there outside in case that you want to buy later. But now we are enjoying of Chan Chan. One of my favorite songs is a love song, like every Cuban song probably. Or, yeah, like when somebody's breaking the heart of somebody. No, this song is just somebody saying how much he loved this person. And so, Chan Chan for you. De Alto Cedro voy para Marcané y llego a Cueto voy para Mayarí. De Alto Cedro voy para Marcané y llego a Cueto voy para Mayarí. Limpia el camino de pajas que yo me quiero sentar en aquel tronco que veo y así no puedo llegar. De Alto Cedro voy para Marcané y llego a Cueto voy para Mayarí. Cuando Juanita y Chanchan en el mar se veían arena, como sacudí el jibe, decía Chanchan le daba pena. De Alto Cedro voy para Marcané y llego a Cueto voy para Mayarí. Limpia el camino de pajas que yo me quiero sentar en aquel tronco que veo y así no puedo llegar. De Alto Cedro voy para Marcané y llego a Cueto voy para Mayarí. El cariño que te tengo no te lo puedo negar. Se me sale en la vida y yo no lo puedo evitar. Cerro voy para Marcané y llego a Cueto voy para Mayarí. Limpia el camino de vacas y que yo me quiero sentar en aquel tronco que veo y así no puedo llegar. De Alto Cerro voy para Marcané y llego a Cueto voy para Mayarí. De Alto Cerro voy para Marcané y llego a Cueto voy para Mayarí. De Alto Cerro voy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Geron Lazo-Quiroga. Reinier Mendoza on drums. El romántico del grupo. Okay, this was Spanish, don't worry. Just some internal things. Who speaks Spanish here? Only 3 people, basically. Are you sure you speak Spanish, sir?
Solamente poco.
Oh, okay, just, yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that you try to speak Spanish. Huh? Echa, mi hermano, un abrazo. Always is. Where are you from?
Estados Unidos.
And how you can speak Spanish?
Yo viví en muchos países que hablan en español, Venezuela, Cuba, España, todo eso.
Great. I'm happy for you. So, okay, then I will do one of my own compositions. This is totally new. I never was playing this before, only in Europe. But with them, like in a serious way, like in a serious audience, just chilling music. Sometimes I don't know where we did that, but we tried to do it now for the first time. The name of this song is Joy. Joy means it's like kind of happiness, right? Joy, no? And then I composed this song, I don't know, one day in my house. And then this also is the title of the new album that is coming out next year. And this, because I love the energy of this song, and then also it's bringing me so much joy to play this song that I want to share it with you. This, even when it's not out yet, but I want to practice this one. So I hope you enjoy this one. Joy. It's not allowed to dance because it's a serious concert. Reinier Mendoza, ¿no? Vamos a hacer el... This is another tribute to Buena Vista.
Dos gardenias para ti, con ellas quiero decir, te quiero, te adoro, mi vida, ponle toda tu atención, que será tu corazón y el mío. Dos gardenias para ti que tendrán todo el calor de un beso, esos besos que te di y que jamás encontrarás en el calor de otro querer. A tu lado vivirán y te amarán, como cuando estás conmigo, y hasta creerán que te dirán te quiero. Pero si una atardece, las gardenias de mi amor se mueren, es porque han adivinado que tu amor me ha traicionado, porque existe otro querer. Es porque han adivinado que tu amor me ha traicionado, porque existe otro querer. Geron Lazo.
we were creating this just on the moment. This was completely, I was getting so emotional. I wanted just to run and scream. But I have to play piano, so I cannot run and scream. So I will do now, I'm going to do, okay, we are going to do something. This is a beautiful tribute that I want to do also to one of the greatest Cuban singers. This person, she went out of Cuba when the revolution was coming to Cuba, and she never had the chance to come back to Cuba. She even had the chance to say goodbye to her own mother. Because she was not allowed to go inside of Cuba. The name of this person is Celia Cruz. And I want to pay a tribute to her with this song that everybody, or most of the people know. And what you have to know now is that you have to learn how to say something in Spanish. Colorar. When I say bemba, you say colorar. Bemba? Colorar. We try it. Colorar. Bemba? Colorar. Okay, we practice. Bemba, colorar. Bemba, colorar. Bemba, colorar. Lo que bemba no tiene. Bemba, colorar. Bemba, colorar. Okay, you are ready. Pa' mí tu morena, tú tienes la bemba colorada. Pa' mí tu morena, tú tienes la bemba
zapato que yo me pongo, lo tiro al basurero. Si viene uno y lo recoge, yo me lo puse primero. Pero que me mantiene, pero que linda no está, pero que me mantiene, pero que linda no está. Muchacha, tú no eres flaca, pero tampoco eres gorda. Muchacha, tú no eres flaca, pero tampoco eres gorda. Tienes la lengua muy larga y la salida muy corta, pero que me mantiene, y pero que me mantiene, pero que me mantiene, y pero que me mantiene.
Thank you so much. Maestro Lazo, Reinier Mendoza. Thank you. So we take a little break, and we are coming back with more music for all of you. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for listening, and we see us like in 20 minutes. If you want to have part of my music, I will be somewhere there at the door. Thank you so much. See you later.